Though I hardly do anything, my energies are present and I creatively involve in the situation, which itself makes a huge difference. The teacher has to be creative. I'm an artist, but even though the actual activity is so simple and very limited, the way one does it, how we do it, the values we try to instill, all makes all the difference in the teaching. The less I do, the more I encourage the children to engage, to ha- have initiative, to explore, to search for on their own. And this gradually develops self-confidence, in independence and self-confidence in their own ability, which is of great importance. All spoiling and helping of children to do things not on their own creates independence and cripples them literally. Also, the very fact that I am encouraging them to do stuff on their own means I trust them to do it, you see. So, and they value this. Therefore, even though I do not crack jokes, make fun and all, they do actually value me and relate to me because they appreciate this trust I place in them by the simple act of allowing them to do what they want. Capacity of the children to look for things, search for things, notice things that they haven't seen before. Sometimes difficult for them to start, but once we instigate a little bit, inspire a little bit, other kids get ideas, and then sometimes very interesting activities happen also. Looking for, trying to pull out water from a well, or trying to burn different things, etc. And sometimes it gets very funny when they think of new examples, but main thing is good and bad is also not judged. There's no competition. They relate to each other, they work together, they have to discuss with each other whether the sample is new or not, and they have to work and think and try to find new ways to do things. If there's a difficulty in getting the sample, they have to try and find a way and do it, not give up, and they have to feel the textures, sense colors, smells. Even if it's a cloud, they don't give up, they have to jump and catch something. So these are all qualities that add to general lifestyle living in any way. So it helps everyone every time. Thank you.
Two days we had a total transformation, like letting go of hesitancy, fears, and they could actually release and get over whatever the whatever is holding them back and express themselves in new ways. I mean, these are all portraits of me. The watchman also came and sat for some time. And later, the teacher shouted at me because I didn't
opposite to creativity where the individual has to flower. No?
Yeah.
So that's very important to the art. And some other points of talking about importance of aesthetics in all other fields also. No?
Yeah. Now, art is the base. Like if you say you want to become a doctor, okay, he needs to have an artistic background. He needs, because when he's cutting, a part of the hand or the body or whatever, even his stitching skills have to be perfect. You see, otherwise you will make a scar on that body if he doesn't have an art background, like if he's building a bridge, the aesthetic part also has to be taken care of. It is not only technical. Would the bridge look beautiful at this angle, that angle, that angle? All that has to be considered. If you look at a building, it should be aesthetically attractive. It's not only to accommodate people or an office or whatever. See, this is where we lack this, and this is all because of our education system. We are not giving the child the opportunity to appreciate what is around him, to make him aware of the beauty of things around him. Even a leaf, he is unable to see it because the instructors and people around him do not see it themselves. As I say, open the third eye. The sad thing is we are unable to appreciate. Even our world outside, even a bird sitting on the tree, it's got a form, it's designed for its life. It is made to enjoy that, freedom of the sky or whatever, looking for its food. Whereas we confine these children into little boxes, where there should be a flow. That flow is not, we do not see the flow. As I said, we are unable to leave the child. We are always imposing ourselves on that being, which is not a requirement. We are not allowing the child to use his inner self. That is why there are so many complications. They are sent to psychiatrists, they are sent to all kinds of places.
But
Because the child is unable to see his position in this
space.
His society
Also,
is
given
unable
a little
to.
freedom, they'll naturally heal themselves automatically. No?
Yeah, we are not able. We are not giving the
controlling.
child to centralize himself.
We are controlling too much.
Yeah, the adults are constantly, and especially in this day and age when there is one child syndrome. We have only one child, and all the adults are, bringing in their inputs to such an extent, whereas the child is confused in his head.
We're talking about that parent who is so happy with her daughter coming alive after a few days in her school. No? So saying that she didn't know what she did, but the daughter was so happy and alive.
Actually, it was another school. They had very difficult kids in there. They didn't know how to communicate with those children. So they sent them over to me and said, "Oh, I don't think this kid can do anything," and whatever. So I brought out the art material, and every day, every 2 days, I would change the art material. And when the children went back to that school, the teacher said, "Anita, what did you do to them?" And I said, "Nothing. I just gave them, they came for art class and I gave them art material." So you see, what has happened is the child has made his own connections and for his own development, so that is important, so I never did anything.
Self-confidence also involves independence. You have to trust the children.
The child now feels I can do, that is important. The will of the child has to be developed.
Your son was saying that that persistence, focus, and just the joy of doing something new and exciting, and that applies to whatever is tennis, anything he does in life. Happier, creative, exciting person, and everything changes.
Actually, at this stage, the child goes into a meditative state.
Any suggestions or hopes for last?
Well, if you allow your child to be, he's always talking to you. He is talking to you. We are unable to see, hear, and see and hear what he's saying. Every minute he's saying something, and we are unable to.
Instead of teaching so much, you should learn from them.
Yeah, what is that?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I'm a teacher now. I am an inspirer and I'm a guru. And that goes the inner being. That is the inner being, spirit of the teacher itself coming out. And he becomes an individual.
Come closer. Watch out for the